I was very disappointed when it wasn't a red tsunami. I thought, good Lord, what is wrong with our country? If we cannot win in a landslide after 2 years of the Biden administration targeting Americans, weaponizing the power of the federal government to target Americans, devaluing our dollar and jacking up inflation, causing energy prices and gas prices to go through the roof, all of these issues which directly impact the American people tangibly, regardless of what political party you're in. If these things don't make a difference to voters, then good God, what will? That was my gut reaction. And I don't disavow that reaction. I think it's a valid reaction. But I will say that my thought process has evolved in a couple of ways. First of all, if you look objectively at this election, we won more seats than the Democrats won. So we won this election. So it wasn't a red loss. In fact, a couple of statistics helped me put this into perspective because, I'm a data-driven gal. What's better than emotion? Well, facts are. The 1776 Project PAC, this is a PAC run by my friend Ryan Gerdusky that's focused just on local races. You'll notice that in this narrative about the midterm elections, we're not hearing a lot about state legislatures. We're not hearing a lot about school board seats. Why is that? Well, because Republicans are winning in those areas. The 1776 Project PAC has flipped 100 school board seats from November of 2021 to November of 2022. School board elections are not always like midterm elections in November when the Senate races and the House races are in the presidency and we vote for the presidency. School board races happen at different times, and 100 school board members or school board seats, which were held by Democrats, are now held by Republicans. That's really good news. On Tuesday, in our midterm elections, just thinking of congressional races, House, Senate, and then the governorships of states, we held all of our major seats. In fact, we not only held our seats, we held seats that faced challenges from what was supposed to be the next wave of the up-and-comers in the Democratic Party. So Brian Kemp staved off Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams was supposed to be like the heir apparent to Barack Obama. Governor Abbott in Texas held off Beto O'Rourke. Born to run Beto is what I love to call him. Spent, $60 million on this race, just burned it down. We held all of these seats. This is a good thing. This is a victory. We will ultimately have a majority in the House of Representatives. Republicans will. We don't know the exact number yet. It's not as big as we wanted it to be, but it is still a majority, which means that Republicans with our House majority will be able to stop the Biden administration. He won't have a Democrat House and a Democrat Senate, which means he won't be able to just shove through agenda item after agenda item after agenda item without any Republican standing in his way. In fact, Republicans should be able to stop everything that the Biden administration wants to do legislatively. And it's our responsibility to make sure that if it's a narrow margin in the House, that Democrats aren't able to poach Republican votes to their side to get a quote unquote bipartisan agreement, meaning Republicans are paid off in some, with some pork barrel type pet project just in exchange for supporting some Biden agenda item. The Senate, we don't know yet. It might be 50-50. It might be 51-49. We're not sure. But all in all, the point of this is that it wasn't a red loss. We actually won this election. Not as much as we wanted to, not in certain seats like Michigan or New York, not in Pennsylvania, the Senate race, which we're going to talk about in a second, but we did win this election.